gentlemen, welcome to the Shelton High School gym. This is Howie Gura along with Joe Sedlock, ready to bring you tonight's basketball action between the Ansonia Chargers and the Shelton Gales. Both teams come into tonight's game with a record in 3 of 4. Sheehan was last night's opponent for Shelton, and Shelton had a tough game against them, but finally won with a score of 56-54. Ansonia had a game on Wednesday evening and was defeated by Wilby by a score of 92-65. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Joe, what do you think we can expect from tonight's big rivalry between the Gales and the Chargers?
They're two perfectly matched teams. They both like to run and gun it up and down the floor. They both press both ways. They play good, solid defense. They like to get the ball out and run the fast break. I think we have the introduction to the starting lineups now, Coach.
All right, for Ansonia, starting at center, number 25, 6'5" senior Mike Shortell. Number 23, Andre Holman, a 6' senior. Number 15, Jimmy Lane, 5'9" junior. At forward, number 24, Ed Dalton. And the other starter is number 10, Harold Beal. And the Shelton starters.
Joe Wright is this offense for Shelton. Once he gets it going, he can really fill it up. Mike Abdul is a 6'4" senior, good defender, tough rebounder. David Lawrence is the junior captain of Shelton High School. Coach Walsh looks in for leadership and scoring and keeping the boys going the right way. Chris Friend's really starting to commit to his own for Coach Walsh, Coach Gura. He's averaging double figures over the first 7 games here, and he's starting to put up some big numbers as in the last 2 games.
I think Coach Walsh is going to look very strongly to Chris Friend to break the pressure that Ansonia no doubt will give Shelton tonight. Every game that they've played, Ansonia comes out and puts pressure and tries to make Shelton fight for every inch of the floor coming up. And Chris Friend's going to have his work cut out for him tonight. And as a sophomore, we'll see just how mature he is.
Well, I was speaking with Coach Walsh before the game, and you're right. That one of the keys for Shelton's success tonight is to handle the pressure.
Well, we're ready for the tap-off here. Jumping center for Ansonia will be number 25, Mike Shortell. And jumping for the Gales will be number 41, Mike Abdullah.
The officials for this evening will be Joe Farino and Ron Diorio. We're ready to go, Coach.
Shelton controls the tap and immediately throws the ball out of bounds. This is one of the things that Coach Walsh was really afraid of, is the number of turnovers. He wants to get a shot at the basket every time. Antonia's bringing the ball up court.
Looks like Shelton's coming out in a man-to-man.
Ansonia swings the ball around. Shortell takes the shot from the top of the key. Friend with the rebound. Shelton brings the ball up court. Now slows it down, ready to set up the offense. Karras with a three-pointer, and it's good. Scott Karras with the first shot of the game for Shelton makes a three-pointer. Number 15, Jimmy Lane's handling the ball for Ansonia starting the offense.
If anybody knows how to be the quarterback for a basketball team, it should be Jimmy Lane, because he's an excellent quarterback for the Ansonia Charger football team.
He has that name on both sports, doesn't he? Quarterback.
We had a foul, coach.
Number 25, Mike Shortell, is fouled as he goes for the shot. Steps to the line. Foul is on number 41, Mike Abdullah. That's his first. Shortell makes the first. Score 3-1. Second one is good. Shelton brings up the court against the Ansonia's 3-2 defense.
Another turnover for the Gales.
Another turnover with number 10, Harold Beal, making the steal.
Ansonia reciprocates to turn it right back over for the Gales. Lawrence is being bound at the senior Scott Karras. Scott Karras, two sports stars, Shelton High School. He's a captain for the baseball team. Hit about 386 last year. Coach Ed Morocco is really looking for big things from him for the upcoming baseball season.
Steal by number 23, Audrey Holman, and he's fouled as he goes in. Joe Wright, number 30 on the foul. That's Joe Wright's first. There's a question of Joe Wright grabbing the rim as he went in there to block the shot. The officials are discounting that and giving Holman the two shots. Bounces around and is good. And makes the score 3-3 here early in the first quarter. Second one is up and good. So far Ansonia's a perfect 4 for 4 from the foul line. Makes the score 4-3 Ansonia. Chris Friend drives, misses the layup. Offensive rebound is loose. Friend gets it again and is fouled. A lot of hustle down inside after that missed shot. 24 for Ansonia. We don't have 24 on our list. I believe that's Ed Dalton, Joe.
Okay, coach.
Number 24, Ed Dalton with the foul. Chris Friend misses the first.
Young Friend's an excellent penetrator, coach, and he goes to the foul line often for Coach Jack Walsh's Gales.
Well, he's a good size for a point guard. Chris is about 6'2", and when he penetrates, he can get up there pretty well. Ansonia penetrates, and Shortell with the shot. Nice penetrating feed from Audrey Holman on that play. Dropped the zone inside a little bit and then kicked it back out to Shortell for the short jumper. Joe Wright has the ball, goes baseline, tries to get it inside. A little bit of a force on that to David Lawrence, and the ball's knocked out of bounds.
Mike Shortell was awesome last year against Shelton, if I remember correctly, when they played up in the Ansonia gym.
That is correct. I think he scored about 28 points in that game. On the inbounds play, Mike Abdullah, number 41, hits the layup, make the score. Ansonia 6 and Shelton 5. Lane brings the ball up again, throws the ball over to number 23, Audrey Holman.
Shelton's going to have to play a good, strong game. Ansonia has seemed to have had their number for the past decade or so.
Yeah, I believe it's been 6 years since Ansonia last beat the Chargers from Ansonia. Ball comes back out to Lane. Beal has the ball, passes back out to Holman. They're trying to set their offense to drive. Kicks it back out again. Penetration. Holman drives. Rebound to Friend. Friend brings the ball up court. Gives it to Karras to start the offense. Shot by Dave Lawrence is short. Offensive rebound, Dave Lawrence. Throws the ball over to Friend. Friend kicks it back out to Joe Wright. Joe Wright with the jumper. Miss. And
Shelton seems to be hurrying their shots a little bit.
they're not as patient on the offense as Ansonia. Number 10 made a great rebound there. Harold Beal, he got way up to get that rebound. Rebound by Chris Friend, loses the ball.
This Andre Homer for Ansonia is quite a gifted athlete, Coach Gura. He's starting receiver for the Ansonia Charger football team. He's been on the end of many receptions thrown by the young Jim Lane here.
Misfire on the pass. Friend makes the steal. Behind the back pass to Wright, and Wright's got the layup. A little fancy at the end of that. I don't know whether Coach Walsh appreciates that a little bit too much, but the results were there.
If Shelton can get their running game going, Joe Wright's the guy they're going to be going to. He can get up and down that floor.
24, Ed Dalton drives to the hoop and misses. And here's just what we're talking about. Joe Wright with the break and the underhand scoop and a layup to make the score 9-6 with 3:35 to go in the quarter. That's exactly what they want to try to do at times, to get the ball out on the break to Joe Wright. He's got tremendous speed and jumping ability. Another steal off the pass from Dalton. Friend picks it off, brings it down court, sets it up. Ball swung behind the Dave Lawrence screen to Joe Wright.
Powerful rebound by Abdul. He goes to the line. 24.
Shelton ran a nice play against the zone there. They swung the ball from one side to the other by skipping the ball over the top and screening the deep man in the zone. Joe Wright had an uncontested jump shot, wasn't able to hit it, but when you get the big guy down at the weak side there to rebound, even the missed shot sometimes turns out all right.
Mike Abdul makes the first one.
That makes the score 10-6.
Timeout Ansonia.
Coach, I don't think it's... Okay, Mike Abdul is going back to the line now after the timeout by Coach McQueenie. Take the second of a two-shot foul after his offensive rebound. So far, the full court pressure we expected from Ansonia has not been there. Of course, one of the problems is they have not been able to score off of their half-court offense, which is a problem when you want to press. Second one misses. Ball goes through Ansonia's hands, and Abdullah gets his own rebound, and it's a reset with Karras out front. To Wright, over to Lawrence. Eric Field drives baseline, misses. The rebound by number 10, Harold Beal, but it goes off of his leg and out of bounds, so Shelton will reset underneath the basket.
Shelton's first substitute, Eric Field, is a first-year varsity player. He's a senior. I mean, Coach Walsh likes what this young man can do. He comes in and gives him some quality minutes. Plays good hard defense and he rebounds well. Offense is a little suspect.
I'm sure Coach McQueen's not too happy about the 4 shots that Ansonia just took now, and still takes care of the ball. Number 10 with a good rebound. Harold Beal bringing the ball up court for Ansonia.
I was speaking with Coach McQueen prior to the game. One of the areas he felt that Ansonia was going to have to be strong tonight was rebounding. He thought if he could rebound with the Shelton Gales, that they would have a very good chance to be successful. Although, he told me that they're not a real strong rebounding team. Antonia's strength seems to be in their quickness. However, we haven't seen an exhibit yet because they haven't gotten into their press. And then again, they haven't gotten their defensive rebound, so it's very difficult to run without the ball.
Shelton resets after the Ansonia turnover. Karras fires up from the three-point vicinity, and Ansonia brings the ball down court with Jimmy Lane handling the ball. Holman has the ball baseline, makes a nice pass inside. Ansonia misses. Ball is rebounded by Eric Field. Karras brings the ball up for Shelton. penetrates inside, dribbles it off his foot. Number 10 for Ansonia, Harold Beal, drives down the lane, misses shot. Holman gets up for the tip on the offensive boards, and Ansonia scores, make the score 10-8. Pass inside.
That was the first time that we've seen Ansonia's press. It didn't seem to hurry the Gales in the backcourt, but once they got to the front court, they turned it over. Coach McQueenie got what he wanted out of the press that time.
Holman with the shot from the corner, Field with a good strong rebound inside. Lawrence out on the break, takes a short jumper, misses. Scott Karras gets the rebound, turnaround jumper, and a rebound by big Mike Shortell. Ansonia brings the ball up, Lane makes the pass to Holman. Holman with the shot and is fouled by Eric Field. Game has been a little helter-skelter so far. I'm sure that neither coach likes the way things are going. There's been a number of turnovers, and neither team is really getting the shots off that the coach would like. Holman goes to the line with a chance to tie up the score. 47 seconds left to go in the first quarter with the score Shelton 10 and Ansonia 8.
Coach, I don't know about you, but it seems to me that Shortell has been on an Ansonia varsity squad forever.
Well, I know one has been on the team since I played, and that's pretty close to forever. Dave Lawrence comes out of the ball game, and Chris Friend makes the entrance in with 47 seconds to go. Holman's first shot is good. It makes the score 10-9. Second one is also good. Ansonia has not missed a foul shot as yet, has they?
No, and they're in their 2-2-1 press, Coach. It looks a little soft, not a very hard press. Sean has no problem getting the ball over the half-court line. Sean has made a couple of substitutions. Young sophomore Jamie Dykes, point guard ball handler with exceptional speed, is out there. And
Ansonia with the steal. And Ansonia dribbles the ball out of bounds again. Again, not really the fine execution that you want at the end of a break. 22 seconds left to go in the quarter. Ball is thrown back out to Mike Shortell at the top, and Ansonia will reset with Lane out on top.
Ansonia will be going for one shot here, Coach.
Ansonia's slowing the ball down. There's now 10 seconds to go. Now they're starting to run it. Jimmy Lane with the turnaround jump shot, which misses off the front. Chris Friend with the rebound, and that's the end of the quarter. So, the end of the first endingly played game, although the intensity certainly is there. Their teams and have had, well, just moderate success, you might say. And I think they're both looking for this game as you say, the springboard to do better in the rest of the season.
That's true, Coach. It seems that both teams have beaten the teams that they should have beaten, and they were beaten by the teams that were expected to beat them this far in the season.
Well, I know as a coach, you want to make sure that you win the games that you have the superior talent, and then you try to sneak a few by some of the teams that you feel as though might just have a little bit more talent than you do. By alternate possessions now, Ansonia will take the ball out at half court.
Shelton has the starting lineup back in again.
And Shelton is playing a man-to-man defense.
Ansonia has their first substitution in the game, number 12, Gordon Ford.
The outside shot. Nice soft left-handed touch by the big boy from the outside. Shortell makes the score 12-10 Ansonia. Ansonia comes out on the break, and the ball is deflected out of bounds. It'll be Shelton ball inbounding from the side. Chris Fender's about to throw the ball in to Karras. Scott throws across Joe Wright. Shelton swings the ball, gets it inside to Mike Abdullah, down baseline to Chris Friend. Chris Friend with the roll over the top of the basket. Shelton has a little bit of success so far, penetrating into the zone by hitting the high post. Jimmy Lane brings the ball up court with Joe Wright guarding it. Across to Holman. Got the screen. Shortell again at the top. Mike Abdullah playing him a little closer now after he's hit about 2 shots from that spot.
Mike Abdullah's going to have to play him a little close. He's an excellent ball player, this young Shortell.
Holman misses. David Lawrence with the rebound, but he steps out of bounds. The Ansonia ball underneath.
I don't have that statistic in front of me, Coach, but it appears that Shelton has about 5 turnovers already, which is far too much.
There's an Ansonia turnover as the ball comes in bounds, but they scrambled and got the ball back. Shot from the corner by number 12, Gordon Ford. Rebound by Chris Friend. Gets the ball up court. They got a 3-on-1 break. Joe Wright.
And we have another turnover, Shelton.
That's kind of a sloppy pass on Joe Wright's part. He really didn't get the ball up that Scott Karras could handle it. The ball was down around his knees, and Karras was filling the lane so hard that really didn't have the agility to get down and get that ball. Ansonia sets the offense. Swing outside, top of the key, Shortell. Ball goes across the lane, looks inside, penetrate, jump shot. Good.
Nice touch on that shot.
14-12 Ansonia. Again, 2-2-1 press. Shelton throws the ball deep over the top. Chris Friend penetration and a charging foul. Shortell drew the charge. Excellent defensive play at the end of the break.
That's the 4th foul on the Shelton Gales. Ansonia should be in the 1-1. Nobody in serious foul trouble. However, Ed Dalton has 2 for the Chargers.
Shortell has the ball out the top. Playing against Mike Abdullah. Holman at the top of the key. Sony's doing a nice job of running their passing game offense. The screens are moving very well, jamming coming off the top, and they get the penetration, the feed.
Excellent assist by Andre Holman.
Ansonia gets back to a 2-2-1 zone press. And again, Shelton throws the ball over the top. Joe Wright with the scoop and a foul by the big boy, by Shortell. Ansonia will probably have to make a little bit of an adjustment in that 2-2-1 because Shelton is able to throw the ball over the top of it, and they're consistently ending up with a 2-on-1 break. And I think Ansonia is going to have to make a little adjustment to drop back those deeper people in the zone press and trap more near the half-court line. Joe Wright's first shot hits off the back of the rim and is no good. .4:59 in the second quarter. Joe Wright at the line. Second shot is up and misses, rolls in and out. It's tough inside. Mike Abdullah and Mike Shortell working hard on the boards there. Ball went out of bounds off of Shortell, and Shelton will reset underneath. Foul by Jimmy Lane up top on the inbounds pass. Jimmy Lane has 1 foul.
Although that Ansonia press is not very tough right at this particular time, and they are getting a 2-on-1 break, Shelton's having a difficult time converting those 2-on-1 breaks into baskets.
Scott Karras from the outside gets a 2-pointer. Shelton does a nice job running that inbounds play with the swing around to the weak side, back to Karras for the jumper.
Scott Karras has a nice touch when he's in the open.
Shortell with a shot, a little short, and the rebound by Harold Beal. It's up and good. Offensive rebound by Harold Beal, and the foul by number 11, Chris Friend. Both teams are doing a nice job off the offensive boards in this game so far. For Ansonia, number 24, Ed Dalton, 6'1" senior, goes into the game. As Gordon Ford takes a break. The shot is off to the side. Ball is not handled cleanly by Shelton. Rebound, Shortell. It's up in the air. And Shelton comes out of the pack with the ball.
Knocked away by an Ansonia player.
Ed Dalton did a great job of getting back on the break. There was a 2-on-1 break. It looked like Shelton might have had an easy chance for a layup, and he hustled back and got in the passing lane. Daniels has the ball on the side. Joe Wright has the ball at the point now. swinging the ball, shot from the outside.
Junior Steve Daniels with that shot. You got trouble here, Coach. Easy layup from Mike Shortell. Nice feed. Harold Bell.
Again, the Ansonia press. Ball up court to Steve Daniels. 15-footer. Misses. Second rebound by Harold Beal. Gets the ball up the court. Ed Dalton. Back to Jimmy Lane from 15 feet, and it's good. And Jack Walsh takes a timeout with a score of 22-14 Ansonia. Ansonia's just run off a 8-point stretch there, and Jack Walsh called timeout.
Score on the front of 2-on-1, 3-on-2 breaks is starting to take its toll in this game. One of the keys for Coach Walsh tonight was to be able to hold Andre Holman and Mike Shortell down, and we're not being very successful at that. Mike Shortell has 10 points already at this stage of the game, and Andre Holman has 6, so they have 16 of their team's 22.
All right, well, with 3:31 to go in the second quarter, score is Ansonia 22 and Shelton 14. We'll be right back. Eric Field has entered as a substitute for Shelton now. It'll be Shelton ball at the end line.
Ansonia comes out in that passive 2-2-1 press, Coach. Shelton again has no problem breaking it in the backcourt.
If Shelton does not convert, however, at the end of the break, Ansonia will press them all night long. They have no reason to stop it. Friend passes out to Karras. Karras again from 18 feet away. David Lawrence tips the ball. Field with the rebound to Friend. And then back out to Scott Karras. Shelton swings the ball around. And Chris Friend with the 18-footer. Make the score 22-16. Shelton comes back with their own press. 1-2-1-1 from three-quarter court. Ansonia has no trouble whatsoever breaking it and getting the ball up court. Short jumper by Andre Holman is off the rim, but it's off the Shelton player and out of bounds.
Ansonia displaying some nice passing against that pressure, Coach. He just didn't convert the layup.
Ed Dalton with the shot from the corner, off the top, and Lawrence with the rebound. Jamie King into the ball game now for Shelton. Number 14, a sophomore, as Shelton brings the ball up court. Chris Friend with the penetration, dish off to Eric Field, and the miss. Shortell with good strong rebound, and the pass up to Holman, and it's good for 2. That was a picture-perfect fast break. He had the quick outlet pass, the long pass up the court, and the easy layup.
And a super amount of athletic talent by Andre Holman.
Did a good job of getting down on the break. He really showed his speed. Shelton sets. Swings the ball around Ansonia's 2-3 zone.
Jamie King's a good-looking sophomore. He just loaded one up from the three-point range. Coach Walsh was expecting him to do a little bit of that for him this year. He's kind of waiting for Jamie's maturity to catch up so that he's absolutely ready for the varsity action.
Shortell with the layup at the end of the break makes the score 26-16 with 1:30 to go in the second quarter. Again, at the end of the break, there's just not the execution that Coach Walsh would want. That's the second charge that Mike Shortell took at the end of the fast break, this time by Jamie King.
That appeared to be a sophomore mistake. In the future, he'll stop, pull up, and take a little jumper and avoid that offensive foul. He just needs playing time.
Shelton with their press. And from the corner, Shortell's shot is off the rim, but the rebound comes down to number 20, Chris Ahern. The pass inside, great feedback inside to Mike Shortell, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. And that foul is on number 20, Dave Lawrence.
That's Lawrence's first. Shelton's over the limit during the 1-on-1, however, Mike Shortell is shooting serve. Well, it looks like Mike Shortell likes to play against Shelton, Coach Gura.
He's again having a good game.
Right.
Matt Deptula, number 22, is in for Ansonia, as Mike Shortell makes the first two-shot foul. Second one is up, and it's good. Entering the game for Ansonia, number 14, Dave Donofrio.
Mike Shortell getting the break for the first time in this game, a well-deserved break. He got 10 points in the second quarter alone.
Foul up front by number 15, Jimmy Lane. Chris Friend will go to the line, shoot a 1-and-1.
Both teams are in the 1-on-1 situation now, and neither team is in any serious foul trouble. For Shelton, Christopher Friend has 2 at this stage, and for Ansonia Chargers, Ed Dalton has 2 fouls, which is not bad, seeing how it's almost halftime.
Eddie Whitman reports into the game for Jimmy Lane, as Chris Friend steps to the line to take the first of a 1-and-1. Shelton has not really gotten into any good offense that Coach Walsh wants him to run in the half-court situation. They've been able to get the offensive rebound, but not convert. Chris Friend makes the first of a 1-and-1. The score is 28-17 with 1:03 to go. Mike Shortell reports back into the game for Ansonia. And Chris Friend hits the second.
A couple of big free throws at this stage of the game by Chris
Steal
Friend.
by Chris Friend. Feed to Dave Lawrence. However, he misses. Foul on number 22, Matt Deptula. David Lawrence stepped to the line for 2. So Shelton's press gets a much-needed turnover at this point in the game.
Well, if Lawrence can convert these 2 free throws, being down 8 points at halftime is certainly down better than being down 12.
First one's off the back. Big difference in this game so far has been the foul shooting. Ansonia's converted all of their foul shots so far, while Shelton has only hit on about half of theirs at this point. Shelton in the 1-2-1-1 zone press. Ball comes to the middle. Number 22, Matt Deptula. And Matt Deptula travels. Good pressure, good trap there by Chris Friend and Jamie Dykes. 2 sophomore players for Coach Jack Walsh. Coach McQueen's got his team in the 3-2 zone again. Shelton swings the ball around, back out to Dave Lawrence. Little jump hook, and a ball goes off. Number 11, Chris Friend. Again, not a very good shot taken in that circumstance.
David Lawrence is struggling a little bit here in the first half, Coach. He's averaging about 15 points a game, 16 points a game for Shelton. He's only gotten 1, 2, 3 free throws so far. So he's pressing a little bit.
Holman brings the ball up, and Ansonia sets with the ball in Mike Deptula's hand.
Looks like the Chargers are going for 1 shot here.
12 seconds left as Ansonia swings the ball around the outside. And now the Ansonia team starts to penetrate. Holman with the drive. Penetration and the foul by Mike Abdullah, number 41, with 3 seconds to go on the clock. One thing a coach never can tolerate is the drive on the baseline, and it was quickness by Ansonia and a lack of defensive effort by Shelton to get over there and help recover on that baseline drive.
Compounding that mistake, Coach, is that they really don't like to see a person fouled in the last 5 seconds of the quarter either.
Holman makes the first, makes the score 29-19. And the second is good. As Gordon Ford comes into the game for Shortell. Ansonia in the full court press with 3 seconds to go on the clock so that they can't roll the ball up. Abdullah with the shot off the rim. And that's the end of the first half of play. With the score, Ansonia 30 and Shelton 19.
Coach, we're going to get a look at Kathy Kelly's cheerleaders here at halftime as they perform one of their routines. They're led by Captain Mary Ellen Haynes. I think we'll sit back and enjoy this for a couple of minutes.
And we'll be right back with you with the halftime statistics.
Why want to talk about the girls team? You want to give them statistics?
This is never going to be used anyway.
All I can say is look out for Brent Westberger. Good job done by the Shelton cheerleading staff, led once again by Mary Ellen Haynes. That's all. It's on? Oh, well, Coach, you're back here after the halftime break with the Ansonia Chargers leading the Shelton Gales by a score of 30 to 19. A couple of things are evident here for Shelton. One of the things that they wanted to do was to hold on Mike Shortell and Andre Holman. And at the half, Mike Shortell had 14, Andre Holman has had 10, so they're not doing their job as far as Coach Wall's concerned there.
Well, they better worry about holding down Harold Beal because he just made the second steal of the half and converted for the layup. He's having an outstanding game both on the board and also in the front of their zone defense. He's causing problems with the Gale guards.
Coach, did you catch that foul? I missed that one. David Lawrence is going to the line. The junior captain has 1 point thus far. He's off to a slow start this evening. He's going to have to start showing up a little bit to show him to get back in this.
And again, foul shots are plaguing the Gales. Dave Lawrence misses. Score 32-19 with 7:31 to go in the third quarter. David converts the second. And Ansonia leads 32-20. Shelton comes out in a 1-2-1-1 zone press. Ansonia swings the ball over to Jimmy Lane, who brings it into the front court. Over to Shortell in the corner, back out to Jimmy Lane. Shelton comes out in a man-to-man defense. Ansonia resets.
One of the keys for Coach McQueenie's Chargers this evening was to be able to handle the Shelton pressure. Shelton has a very, very good press at times. And Coach McQueenie felt that to be successful tonight, they would have to handle that pressure.
Well, so far, Ansonia has been extremely patient. There's a shot by Ansonia, misses, and Joe Wright gets the rebound, comes up court. Joe Wright with a nice pass to Karras for the layup. Scott Karras with the layup and 2 points, make the score 32-22. Shelton back into the 1-2-1-1. You notice how patient Ansonia is in bringing the ball up court and always looking across court to get the ball in. Holman with the shot from 10. It's off the tap by Beal, and the rebound comes off to David Lawrence. Shelton brings the ball up court. Joe Wright has the ball. Down to Abdullah. Drives, passes off to Chris Friend. He's got the drive, the miss. Chris Friend with his own rebound and gets the ball out. Pass across to Lawrence. Down inside, Mike Abdullah. Uses his strength inside, but he misses. David Lawrence gets the ball. And a foul by Harold Beal, number 10. Chris Friend will go to the line and shoot 2. Again, Shelton is dominating the offensive boards. They're keeping the ball alive, which they're supposed to do with their tremendous height advantage, but they don't seem to get the ball in the hoop.
Friend's going to line for 2. He has 6 points at halftime. Christopher has to play good every time he comes on the floor because he's in a competition with his sister, who, as you know, is one of your Galettes. And it's tough to sit at the dinner table in the nighttime and have to listen to how much better your sister is than you if things aren't going your way.
That's really what you call a sibling rivalry, isn't it? Chris Friend with 2 makes the score 32-24. And again, Shelton comes out in their 1-2-1-1 zone press. Ansonia patiently bringing the ball up court. Shortell has it. Back over to Dalton and Audrey Holman. Steps out of bounds and a turnover. So the press has caused a bit of a problem here early in the second half.
Shelton's outscored 5-2 early in the third quarter, helping the Gales get back into this game. They're down 8. Basket here would tighten things up.
Mike Abdullah with a pass down inside. And it goes off Mike Shortell's hand out of bounds. Shelton take the ball in bounds underneath their own basket. Outside to Abdullah. Three-pointer is off by Joe Wright. Not a good shot. Had a man right in his face and really didn't get a good look at the basket.
Joe Wright seems to be a little bit out of sync. One of the things Coach Walsh was worried about was that they played up in Sheehan last night. They got home very late, and he felt that his boys might be a little bit tired coming into tonight's tilt. And it appears that they are. Joe Wright looks a little bit out of sync, and David Lawrence looks a little bit out of sync.
Beal with the penetration, and the shot is fouled. And we'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Did you catch that foul, Coach?
Yeah. Foul was on number 15, Jimmy Lane.
Okay. That's a very difficult thing to do, to have your own teammate foul you so you can go to the line, Coach. I think it's probably one of the Shelton guys must have fouled him.
And the second shot is good. Abdullah with the shot from the corner. Scott Karras with the rebound, and it's fouled by Shortell. So again, the shooting for Shelton is not good, but they are getting the offensive rebound, but the conversion is not always there.
We don't have the shooting statistics for the first half, but they have to be shooting a very poor percentage.
Scott Karras is at the line to shoot 2 with 4:51 to go in the third quarter. Score 33-24 Ansonia. First one is good. And Shelton prepares. Shoot the second. Misses. Eric Field with the rebound, and it's no good. Again, not the conversion of the second shot. Holman has the ball. Nice drive to the hoop. And is fouled. David Lawrence on the foul. Holman will go to the line to shoot 2. That's David Lawrence's second personal foul.
Holman converts the first.
And the second to make the score 35-25. Shelton swings the ball around the 2-3 zone of Ansonia. Back over to Karras. Karras penetrates. Takes an off-balance shot, but Joe Wright up in the air to rebound. Keep it alive. Chris Friend comes in with the rebound and scores. 35-27 Ansonia. Chris Friend makes the tip of the pass, so David Lawrence makes a steal, and Shelton will bring the ball into the front court. David Lawrence from 18, no good. But again, offensive rebound by Scott Karras, ball back out to Joe Wright. Across to Chris Friend. And Joe from 18 feet away misses again. Shelton doesn't seem to be looking inside at all. They're getting the offensive rebound, and the height advantage that they have, it should dictate a little bit more offense inside, and they're not seeming to look inside for the pass. Joe Wright tips the ball out of bounds, and Ansonia will take the ball out of bounds from the side.
No, once again, even though they're shooting fairly decent shots from around the perimeter, their shooting percentage is awful this evening.
That goes both ways, from the floor and also from the line. They just don't seem to be hitting the shot when they need it. Nice screen along the baseline. Gets Jimmy Lane open for the shot and a foul inside.
Fouls on Stephen Daniels, junior point guard.
And that's Steve Daniels' first personal foul. Jimmy Lane, point guard for Ansonia, goes to the line to shoot two. First one is off the front. Second one is also off the front. Rebound to Scott Karras. Outlet pass Chris Friend. Chris Friend brings it into front court to start the offense. Over to Steve Daniels, back to Friend. A little sloppy in the ball handling out front. And Shelton sets again. Scott Karras pass inside. Offensive foul by Eric Field inside. That's the third offensive foul that Mike Shortell has taken in this game. It's an outstanding effort on his part on the defensive end. That's a turnover and a foul at the same time. Ansonia, again, very patient bringing the ball up court. They broke that press the whole time without a singular dribble. And that's textbook press break. Shelton with the steal, gets it inside. Scott Karras pass, David Lawrence, and it's up and two. Shelton make a little comeback here, bring it within 6 at 35-29. Again, Ansonia breaking the press. Shelton retreats back underneath the board. Shelton now matches up in their man-to-man defense. Number 20, Chris Ahern out front. Ball's missed.
Shelton has a chance to get it to 4 here. They put that 11-point halftime deficit down to just 6.
Chris Friend with the drive.
He gets it, folks. He gets it.
And it's fouled. Official Ron DiOrio says that the foul occurred before the shot and is not a shooting foul.
Oh, I don't know about that one, Coach.
And there's a timeout on the court with the score Ansonia 35, Shelton 29, minute 46 to go in the third quarter. And Shelton will take the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket after the foul.
Too bad they took that basket away from Chris Friend. That would have tightened up. I think the crowd would have got back into the game. Ooh.
It's been a little bit quiet so far. But
for Shelton, it's been awfully quiet.
Shelton swings the ball around. Steve Daniels handles the ball at the top. Over to Scott Karras. Scott Karras penetrates. Dishes it off Steve Lawrence, who travels on his way to the basket. Again, a critical turnover at a critical point in the game. Got to get the shot off. Ansonia with the patience, bringing the ball up the court. Brings it into front court with Audrey Holman handling the ball. Shelton drops back into man-to-man. Ansonia runs the passing game. Off the screen, Holman. Back out to number 20, Chris Ahern. Ahern has the ball, guarded by Steve Jensen, kicks it back out to Lane. And Ansonia will reset. Shortell has the ball up the top. Back over to Chris Ahern. Back inside. Mike Shortell for the layup. And Ansonia goes to a 37-29 lead.
Big turnaround there. 5-point swing, Coach, by the referee taking that basket away from Friend. He would have went to the line with a 50% chance of completing it. And that would have been a 3-point deficit. Now it's up to 8. Chris Friend again.
Chris Friend with the penetration. And this time the basket will count. And the foul is on Audrey Holman. And that is Holman's first foul. Sophomore Jamie Dykes reports into the game for Shelton.
Well, we expected it to be a high-scoring run-and-gun game. The only thing that they forgot to do was put the ball in the basket.
The shooting percentage has been very low in this game. Chris Friend has a chance to bring it to within 5. We got a violation on Ansonia. So Chris Friend will get a second shot at putting that ball in and cutting the lead down to 37-32.
Well, if my theory's right about Chris Friend's 50% foul shooting ability, this one should go down, Coach.
Second shot is up, and
it's good.
Joe right into the game, taking Chris Friend's place to get a little breather in the last 25 seconds of the third quarter. Shelton now drives back into a three-quarter court defense. Now basically a man-to-man. As Mike Shortell brings the ball up court. Did that look like a wide receiver's catcher? Or what? Holman went as high as he could to get that ball. Beal with the turnover, out to Holman. And the layup is up and good at the buzzer. There's a 4-point turnaround. All right, fourth quarter is about to begin as Ansonia and Shelton take the floor. And it's critical now, I think, for Shelton to get off a good shot at the basket every single time. They've had a tendency to hurry it, have a little impatience with their half-court offense, and end up with a shot that's less than desirable. And I think in the fourth quarter, they're going to have to just kind of take a hold of themselves and take just the good shots. Ansonia brings the ball in court to start the fourth quarter. As Shelton again drops back into the man-to-man. Got foul by number 20, Chris Ahern, as he penetrates to the basket.
That's Chris Ahern's first. Chris Ahern's playing with a very sore knee tonight, Coach. He's normally a starter for the Ansonia Chargers, and Coach McQueen's using him in a limited role because he's hobbling.
Shelton has the ball in the forecourt. Does a good job of swinging the ball around. Joe Wright from 18, and it's good. Score is 39-34, and there's that 5-point lead that Shelton was looking for earlier. Jimmy Lane with the good penetration, pass the ball to Andre Holman, who gets fouled on the layup.
That's Chris Friend's third personal foul. They can ill afford to lose him with foul trouble. He's basically carrying the brunt of the scoring attack for the Gales.
Andre Holman goes to the line, shooting 1-of-1. And it's off the line, and Scott Karras comes down with a rebound. Again, an important possession for Shelton as they swing the ball around Ansonia's zone. Mike Abdullah has the ball in the corner, swings it back out to the top, Scott Karras. Chris Friend with the penetration, and the shot is blocked by number 20, Ed Dalton. Scott Karras inbounds the ball to Abdullah at the top. Back out to Karras. And the pass that they weren't looking for over the top and through Mike Abdullah's hands, and Ansonia comes down and brings it up the court. Mike Shortell penetrates. Good pump fake, goes up, and is fouled by Mike Abdullah. Go to the line and shoot 2.
It's Abdullah's third personal foul. Mike Shortell has been relatively quiet this second half, Coach Gura. He has just one bucket.
First one's off the line. Mike Shortell steps the line to take the second, and that's good. Foul shots could become a critical factor here in the last 6 minutes of the game. And up to this point, Shelton has really had very little success in putting them in. And Ansonia, on the other hand, has had success. That's the second pass that was tried to Penetrate inside to Mike Abdullah, goes off his hands and out of bounds. So Shelton has not had a shot in their last two possessions. And yet at the other end of the court, they've had 2 fouls against Ansonia. Jimmy Lane from 15 feet is no good, and Chris Friend comes down with the rebound.
Not a good shot by Jimmy Lane that time, Coach.
No.
I think Coach McQueenie was looking for a little better shot at this stage of the game.
And not a good shot by Scott Karras as he penetrates, throws an off-balance shot up, and Mike Shortell comes down with the rebound. Jimmy Lane over to Harold Beal. Beal inside the lane, kicks the ball back out to Harold Beal. Holman with the shot from the top of the circle. Mike Abdullah comes down with the rebound. Dribbles the ball up court and takes an off-balance shot. Holman on the break, and he's got the dunk. That brings the Ansonia crowd up to their feet, as well as that.
Well, Coach, we're back here with 5:18 to go, and the Chargers have an 8-point lead in a very sloppily played game by both teams.
Scored 34 points in over 25 minutes of play, or almost 25 minutes of play. Certainly it's got to be a disappointment to Coach Walsh. Ansonia goes back again into their 3-2 zone. Shelton works the ball around the perimeter, looking for an opening. Ball's thrown across the top of the zone. Jamie Dykes with an 18-footer. No good. Tried to screen along the baseline, look for that jump shot. And again, had a little bit of trouble getting that ball down.
I think Coach Walsh was happy with that shot. I think that was the play he was looking for. He just can't get his boys to convert a basket.
Mike Shortell with a great spin move and penetration to the basket for the layup. And the lead goes back up to 10, 44-34, with 4.5 to go. That's the third pass that just tried to be thrown inside, deflected by the Ansonia defenders, and a turnover. The Ansonia turns around, throws the ball out of bounds, and Shelton will bring it back up there. Jamie Dykes, sophomore. Here could be the
dunk, Coach. No, just the lay-in.
Audrey Holman with the steal. The layup makes it 46-34. Ball swung around the outside. Jamie Dykes has the ball at the point. Scott Karras looks inside. Chris Friend, and he's fouled. Number 20, Chris Ahern on the foul. Chris Friend will step to the line and shoot a 1-and-1.
That falls at number 20, Coach?
Yes. Joe Wright reports into the game for Dave Lawrence, as Chris Friend steps to the line with a 1-and-1. Shot is off. Ansonia will take the ball out of bounds on the side.
Coach, that was not the time for an air ball.
There's no time for an air ball, but it's especially critical in the fourth quarter. Shelton makes a steal at half court. Scott Karras with the jumper from 15 feet. Eric Field with a nice rebound. So we got number 10, Harold Beal, on the foul inside. Eric will go to the line and shoot 2. Shelton is very aggressive offensively. However, I think their choice of shots is not really the best. They're penetrating in and not looking to dish off, or penetrating in out of control and not really taking the good jump shot. They're getting themselves into trouble. And that's maybe one of the problems for their lack of shooting percentage. Eric Field misses the second, scored 46-35 with 3:25 to go. Mike Shortell again with the penetration jump shot. Joe Wright with the rebound. Pass up court. Harold Bill does an outstanding job of getting back on defense and breaking up that pass to Chris Friend. Shelton take the ball out of bounds under their basket with 3:12 to go. And down by 11. Joe Wright with the penetration. And a miss. And Harold Bill with the rebound. And Ansonia will bring it up. You could look for Ansonia to take a little air out of the ball now. Running their passing game, I'm sure that they're going to bring it out a little bit wider. Take some time off the clock before they take a shot. Joe Wright with the foul on number 20, Chris Ahern. And Chris Ahern.
He'll be going to the line with a 1-on-1, Coach. Coach McQueen's clubs are well coached, and they know how to take the eye on the ball when they have to, and how to get themselves to the line. They're going to have to make the foul shots. I'm sure Coach Wall. Yeah.
Okay, Chris Ahern will go to the line to shoot the 1-on-1 with 2:41 to go in the game, and Ansonia up by 11.
Coach, I don't know about you, but I'm running out of ways how to say turnover tonight.
I'm sure as the coaches look at the statistics, either tonight or tomorrow morning, they're going to wonder just what happened in this game. Chris makes the first and buries the second, and Ansonia leads by 13, 48-35. Scott Karras brings the ball into the front court, and Ansonia sets. Joe Wright with the shot. His own rebound and another shot. Offensive rebound, and Dave Lawrence with 2. Shelton now gets back into their press. Holman brings the ball over the half-court line. Gets it back out to Chris Ahern. Jimmy Lane has the ball up at the top to set the offense. Ahern with the shot. And it's good from 15 feet away.
Shooter touch on that one.
Ansonia gets the lead back up to 13. I guess Ansonia's really not going to take the air out of the ball because Chris Ahern was wide open from 15 and just stuck it. Steve Daniels with the jumper from the side. And it's no good.
I think this time down the floor, Coach, Ansonia will start taking the air off.
Steve Daniels and Jimmy Lane playing a little cat and mouse game out front. Pass inside. Holman misses. Rebound goes to Dave Lawrence. Sony's doing a remarkably fine job of setting their offense and getting people open inside. Shelton with numerous offensive rebounds. Chris Friend is fouled on a shot. Basically, Coach, I think this game is about over.
They're going to look at stat sheets tomorrow. They're going to see how many offensive rebounds they have. That's going to be a misleading figure. It's not that it's a good sign for Shelton to get a lot of offensive rebounds. What it is that they missed a lot of shots and they rebounded their own shots.
Chris Friend with the first. Makes the score 50-38, 1:17 remaining. Second one is missed. Rebound goes to Joe Wright in the corner. Joe Wright with the turnaround spin, and the shot's good. Brings the lead down to 10 with a minute to go.
We're going to start putting them on the line here, Coach.
And again, Ansonia's got a lot of patience getting the ball up the court.
Ansonia's a well-coached team. Coach McQueen's teams have always been good against breaking pressure. I'm sure he drills them constantly during the process.
Jimmy Lane throws the ball over to Audrey Holman, and Harold Veal penetrates, gets the shot off. Mike Shortell with the offensive rebound and the foul by David Lawrence, number 20. And with 37 seconds to go, Mike Shortell will step to the line to shoot 2, with Ansonia leading by 10.
And it looks like the jinx continues. Ansonia has beaten Shelton once again. I guess this will be the 6th or 7th year in a row now.
Mike Shortell with the first. It's up and good. And Jamie Dykes enters the ball game, and Chris Friend sits down. Second shot is missed. David Lawrence and Harold Beal fight for the rebound, and the alternate possession rule gives the ball to Shelton. Scott Kerr springs the ball in the front court. Joe Wright with a three-pointer from the corner. Hits nothing but air. Audrey Holman with the rebound, but it goes out of bounds off of his hand. Nope, check that. Off Joe Wright.
Gotta put him on the line here.
And Jimmy Lane is fouled by Jamie Dykes. And he'll go to the line with 20 seconds to go and a score of 51-40. You looking at the monitor?
Well, Brett, what do you think? I think the only thing worse in this game tonight is the way we broadcasted it, Coach. What do you think?
And with 3 seconds left to go in the game, Jamie Dykes commits his second personal foul and sends Mike Shortell on the line. Shoot 2. First is up and no good. The second one is good. That's the final. The score, 52-40.